Hi guys, 18 Dapper here and welcome to this match preview for this Tuesday night's League One fixture, Peterborough United versus Doncaster Rovers. Let's get the video started. So guys, welcome to this match preview, Peterborough United versus Doncaster Rovers. The previews, they're getting much harder as the season goes on. Our form falling off a cliff. Absolutely shocking second half to the season, but we keep it going. There's 4 games left. It's the business end of the season. I think Doncaster Rovers may be on the holidays though. So if you are an existing subscriber, thank you for coming back. Thank you for sticking with the channel in this horrid end to the season. I do appreciate that you're still sticking around and watching the videos. It is very much appreciated. If you are new to the channel and this has brought you here, please click that subscribe button so you don't miss any future content. Peterborough fans, if you are watching, you're probably going to be in the Championship next season, but by all means, please click that subscribe button so you don't miss any lower league football content, because you never know, you may be back here sooner than you think. But I can't see that happening. I think you will do very well in the Championship next season. But if you are new, this is a format that we go through match previews. We'll look at the previous meetings between the two clubs. We'll look at the current form. I choose a Doncaster Rovers player to focus on, say a few words about that individual. And then we'll look at the opponent, a brief history, and my opinion on the one to watch for you guys in the upcoming fixture. I think I've hit the nail on the head. You'll probably already guess who I'm going to go with. But as I always say, you know your club better than what I do. So if I do miss the mark, let me know in the comments down below who are the players to watch in your squad. And then me and the family have been doing a predictions league all season where we've predicted the scoreline for every game. There is an update on that and there is movement, so stick around to the end to see that. And then to finish the video off, I give my score prediction for this fixture. So previous meetings, going into this, Peterborough slightly edge it across our entire history. We've played each other 45 times. Rovers have come out on top on 16 occasions. Peterborough come out on top on 18, and we've shared the spoils on 11. But looking back at our more recent 5 games where we've met each other, it's much better reading for Rovers fans. We've not lost 1 in 5. We a couple of draws away from home in 2018, both 1-1, and then we faced off 3 times in 2019 in February, September and December across a couple of different seasons, and it was 3 wins, a 3-1 home win, a 2-0 home win and a 3-0 away win. So much better reading for the Rovers. Gives us a bit of confidence going into this game. Does it? Not at all, because when we go into current form, it is poles apart for both of us. Donny have 1 win in the last 5, sandwiched between a couple of defeats either side of it, and we're just lacking anything going into the end of the season. We are ready for the season to stop, I think, whereas Peterborough pushing to get back into the Championship, and you can do that on Tuesday night against us. Your last 5 games, 1 draw, 3 wins and 1 defeat. As I say, you currently sit in second, or Peterborough currently sit in second, with the chance of securing promotion to the Championship. The season after, they felt robbed of the opportunity with that curtailed season. They thought that they deserved the opportunity to go through the playoffs. It didn't happen, and they said that this was the season of redemption, and it's looking like it's going to pan out as you expected. Saturday dealt a slight blow to Charlton's playoff push, beating them 1-0. Had less of the ball, but creating similar chances. So, do I think that we'll have a lot of the ball on Tuesday night? No, I think Peterborough are going to be hitting us with both barrels to secure that promotion to the Championship, and it's going to be a very tough watch. It's going to be a tough evening. But looking back at more recent results, it's been fairly tight in terms of final scorelines. There've been a couple of 3-0s in there, 3-1, but more recently it's been a goal either way. The one which jumps out was a fair few weeks back where they smashed Accrington Stanley 7-0, so that could be a very bad omen for the Rovers, especially in our current form and our current level of confidence throughout the squad. Moving on to the Rovers, a familiar story in the second half of our season on Saturday, defeat for Donny. Said it far too much since the turn of the year, and from being in such a strong, positive position when Darren Moore left, I think the rot had already set in before he left. I've said this on previous videos. I feel for Andy Butler. I think he's been put in a very difficult position, but the players just haven't performed as a collective, and from being in such a strong position, a couple of points out of the top 2 games in hand, our season has just crumbled, absolutely capitulated, and it's gut-wrenching to watch, which is why, with the nice weather this weekend, I took the decision to treat Miss 18 Dapper to a nice long walk and miss the game. But based on social media posts, it sounded like a very similar story to recent performances, lacking anything of absolutely everything as a squad. Lacklustre, just no desire, no commitment, and it's just been a broken record since the turn of 2021. Playoffs are still mathematically within our reach, but realistically, for me, they've been gone for a long, long time, and it's got to be a big reset this summer throughout the squad for us to kind of pick up the pieces, and the new manager has got a very, very tough job on his hands, whoever that manager is. But yeah, with me not watching the game, I don't want to pass too much judgment on it, because obviously something that you've not watched, you can't really say how we've performed, but based on social media fallout, it wasn't very good. Moving on to player focus, and with the theme of players not putting effort in, I've decided I'm not doing a player focus in this preview, because what's the point? None of them are putting the effort in. It's been a shocking second half to the season. Just not been very cohesive. We've not played any sort of football that we saw at the start of the season, and for me, it has been, as I say, absolutely gut-wrenching to see a season capitulating in such a way. And I think the players are getting off extremely lightly with fans not being in the ground. I think if fans were in the ground, we'd have that opportunity to voice our opinions, and Donny fans do that very, very regularly and fairly as well. Do I think fans in the ground would have turned some of these narrow defeats into draws or wins? Possibly. Being there pushing the players on, I think would have had an effect, but it is what it is. Every team's been dealt the same hand, and some teams have been able to pick themselves up and push themselves forward, and for whatever reason the players within our squad have not done that. And for me, as a paying supporter, paid for my season ticket, I am feeling very, very shortchanged after the start to the season that we had. I just hope and pray that there's a big reset this summer and we can get a Doncaster Rovers back next season when fans are in the ground that we can be proud of and get behind, because the squad at the minute don't deserve my time or effort. That's positive, isn't it? Let's move on to Peterborough, the opponent. Peterborough United were founded in 1934, currently managed by one of our ex-managers, Darren Ferguson. It's his third stint at the club and generally does pretty well at Peterborough, but he's doing the best that he has in this third stint. He's currently on a 51% win run, or win record at Peterborough, and it's looking, as I've said earlier in the video, more and more likely that Peterborough will be a championship team next season, and I think they should fare fairly well up there. I don't think they'll be coming back down to League One anytime soon. Recent honours: League One runners-up in 2008-2009, League Two runners-up in 2007-2008, and League One playoff winners in 2010-2011. So they've been up in the Championship before. They have dropped back down, but I think they're set up much, much better for the challenge next season. Just depends who wins the title in League One. Is it going to be Hull City or Peterborough United? two ex-Rovers managers. Just makes this season so much better, doesn't it? Moving on to the player to watch, you'll probably already guessed it. Johnson Clark-Harris, fantastic player. What a striker he is. 31 goals across all competitions this season. Brought in from Bristol Rovers in the summer, and he has just absolutely hammered this league. Fantastic player. I think he could have an absolute field day against us on Tuesday night. I'm hoping it's going to be a tight game, but I can't see it. I think he is just going to have an absolute field day. He's going to enjoy himself, and I think he'll be able to make that step up into the Championship. I think he'll be a fantastic marksman up there as well. But yeah, top scorer in the league. He's assisted a couple, but he does what you want a striker to do, and that is find the back of the net. 31 goals. Ridiculous. Fantastic player. One to watch for me on Tuesday night. Moving on to the Predictions League table. So if you are new to this, me and the family predict the scoreline for every single league game. If we get the scoreline spot on, we get 3 points. If we get the outcome of the game but not the result right, we get 1 point. If we get it completely wrong, we get no points. I am now putting the predictions on my Twitter if you want to follow it before seeing it on this preview. But yeah, there was a mixed bag of predictions for Saturday, but I was the only one who went with a Rovers defeat. I predicted with my head and not my heart, as I always do. But I went with a 2-1, so I only got the 1 point, but that does pull me up to third. So the table currently sits like this, extremely tight coming into the last 4 games of the season. Dad and Max joint top on 24. If it remains like that, we will have a look back at who's got the most spot on predictions right for who gets a trophy. I'm in third on 22 points. Chris is bottom on 21, but one correct scoreline will flip it on its head. So keep a close eye on this over the next 4 games. And that leads me into my score prediction. And as I said, I always predict with my head and not my heart. And I think our season, done and dusted. I don't think any of the players are that bothered what's going to happen over these next 4 games. We're not getting playoffs. We're not going down. We're on the beach. Flip flops are on. I hope I'm wrong with that. What I'm saying, I hope they do put a bit of effort in. Well, I hope they put a lot of effort in over the next 4 games and try and finish as high as possible. But for me, Peterborough are going to be too strong for us. I do think we could potentially get absolutely steamrolled. Is it going to be as bad as Accrington 7-0? I don't think so. But when we get beat 4-1 by Wigan, it could be a similar scoreline. So that is why I have gone with a 4-0 defeat on Tuesday night. That is probably the biggest scoreline I've predicted against Donny ever. It kind of shows where our head is at the minute. Not a good place, so yeah, get this season over and done with. Reset over the summer. Let's get back on it next season. But for me, Peterborough probably going to get promoted on Tuesday night with a decent result against us. And that is where I'm going to leave this video. If you've enjoyed it, big thumbs up on it for us, please. Comment in the section down below. Let me know your thoughts on this upcoming fixture. If you haven't already, please click that subscribe button. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.